everybody out there on YouTube, how you doing? It's Mark the Big Mac, the one and only. And today on the MarkCast, we have a very special guest, the illustrious, the enigmatic, the mysterious swamp dweller.
That's a pretty big intro to live up to.
Oh, man, so what's up, man?
Just don't drain my swamp, man. We're okay. I'm trying to avoid Trump, ducking him, hiding in the trees. He's trying to drain the swamp, but, I told Clinton she can't hang out here no more. She gotta go hide somewhere else now. She give me a bad rep.
Oh, but my husband doesn't want me anymore because he's got like 50,000 mistresses.
Hey, man. Monica Lewinsky was hot, so that's cool. Ain't nothing but a thing, man.
So, how's the narration business going?
It's going. It's slow right now for me, but I've been dealing with a bunch of channel problems because, trolls like to just try to mess with everybody. But besides that, it's going pretty good.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what got you into the narration community?
I have no idea, if I'm honest with you. I was stumbled upon Creepypasta a few years ago, and I thought it was alright. Like, I liked the dude's voice. I think I first found, Mr. Creepypasta, and then I listened to a few of his videos, and I found, Creeps Make Pasta. I listened to a few of his, and was like, okay, that's cool. Then I didn't think anything of it. And, like I said, that was, way back when Creepypasta just started. Jeff the Killer was, just coming out and all that. And I listened to it a little bit. I was like, okay, cool. I was doing something completely different at the time, so I wasn't doing YouTube or nothing. But I had a different career plans and stuff. And then a few years later, I got into, I was just ending that career I was doing, which I was a touring musician for 8 years. So I was coming at the end of that, and I met a cool guy, and by most people will know him on YouTube by the name of King Spook. And
oh shit!
I had no idea he was King Spook for 4 months. Like I said, he was actually a fan of my band. We started talking through that, and once I quit that band and started, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the YouTube channel because I was doing a podcast too. But I took an 8-month break, and came back and was doing the podcast again. Wasn't really enjoying it, and I've always I tried to narrate a few times in the past, but I was really bad at it. But King Spook was just I think you got a good voice, just keep doing it. He gave me a lot of good advice and a lot of motivation. So I would say King Spook's probably the reason I narrate.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's a very, very, very nice guy. A lot of people have the wrong perception of him. He's a lot like us. He has no filter. He's not PC. He just says what he believes, and he won't apologize for his opinion.
Hey, man, that's the only way to go, Why further around life, beating around bushes when people can know you 100% and decide if they want to be around you or not?
Exactly. There's this enigma that everybody thinks I'm the sweetest, nicest guy, but I don't know why. It's I just kind of say what I feel, and I'm a huge troll. One of my many nicknames is Swamp Troll, so I just run around trolling on people, so clowning and goofing on you.
That is awesome.
I guess I'm the H3H3 of the horror narration community. Just goofing and gaffing, man.
Yeah, that's the only way to go. Live life, like it's a fucking joke and we'll never be down. That's how I kind of keep going on. Try to see the funny side and everything, even if it's terrible, and only way to keep your head up without becoming completely, utterly, nothing.
Yeah, man, life's too short to let other people's opinions or people's negative comments or anything bother you. You just gotta keep doing it, man. That's what I do, man. Try to keep pushing on. I don't really pay attention to the negative stuff, but I don't really get too much negative stuff my way, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, well, your stuff's pretty damn good, dude. I mean, I've been subscribed to your channel for a good long while.
That's what's up. It's appreciated.
Yeah, of course. I got into it from Mr. Creepypasta too, because he's, obviously his name it's in the name. So, I mean, he's the first thing that comes up when you search it up online. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to not run into him.
Oh yeah, man. I saw him like for the first time. He had like 2 or 3K subs, so that was like quite a few years ago now. Because I think he's like coming up in like 1.2 mil or something like that now. But that's I found him a long time ago, back when like Jeff the Killer wasn't even a thing.
Just like I knew him before he was famous. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, man. He was like my best friend. Nah, I'm just kidding. I've never even talked to the dude.
It's like I used to change this dude's diapers, man.
Yeah, man. I was there when nobody else was.
And now he just left me on 4chan high and dry with nothing but Harambe to keep me warm at night. But, fuck. Uh,
Harambe, Harambe.
Harambe, how dare you leave us in this world all alone?
Yeah, man. Filthy Frank is like pretty much the reason I make videos for the most part, but like you would never know about what I do on my channel.
Filthy Frank.
But Filthy Frank's like why I do YouTube, because that dude's just hilarious. I've been watching him, so like I don't know if you know like his original channel, like Disaster Music and stuff, where the Filthy Frank show first started. Like that shit's hilarious.
Dude, I swear, I fucking love it. And then, have you seen his Filthy Frank versus Chin Chin showdown video that came out a couple months ago?
Yeah, dude, I love it. It's like dun, 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 dun. His like entrance is epic as hell. I was like, I just came out with a blunt and a 40. Do you really want to fuck with me right now? I love it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like him, iDoes, Max Mofo, that kind of stuff. Like that's what I really watch. Like, contrary to popular belief, a lot of narrators don't listen to narrations themselves because we do it for 8 hours a day. So by the
Mm-hmm.
time I'm done editing all day, I don't want to hear anybody else telling stories. But
Mm-hmm.
I try to listen to my friends and support them. I still give them their likes and their comments and shares and stuff. But half the time, I probably don't listen to the video if I'm just being honest.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
It's like if you play Call of Duty all day every day, and then somebody asks you to watch a Call of Duty video, you're probably like, unless you're one of those people that just can't go without seeing Call of Duty for 5 minutes.
And if that's the case, then I really feel for you.
Yeah, I'm a pretty basic bitch, so.
Yeah, are you a gamer much at all, or?
Um, Not really. Like, I play PC games, like, mainly just MOBAs, like Dota 2 and, like, League of Legends and stuff. I actually went MLG on Dota 2 for a short time, so, like, I don't know how, like, I'm just really, really, really good at those kind of games, the teamwork games and stuff like that. Like, I don't really play FPSs or anything like that. I blow at those. Like, I played Overwatch for a short minute, but I wasn't bad at it, but I'm just not really good at FPSs, so.
Like I couldn't get into Overwatch. Like I mean, I can get into the comics of it and everything. I like the storyline, but if it's a game where all you're doing is running around and shooting and there's like no actual plot to it, like I have no reason for even pushing forward in this. So I mean, there's no satisfaction to it. So I might as well just like skip over it completely.
Yeah, I don't really get into games. Never been much of a gamer. Like I said, I don't really have any consoles or anything, but I have a PS3 that I haven't touched in who knows how long. It's so dusty. But like I said, I'm just a PC guy. Everything I do is on PC, so
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation butt boy.
I've been thinking about getting like a PS4 just because like I have a lot of I've made a lot of new friends in the gaming community recently, and they stream PS4 games and stuff. That's the only reason I want to buy a PS4. It's just to join them in their games and stuff on their streams, have a little more fun outside of narrating.
Yeah, like I do like some FPSs. I don't really do much of like Call of Duty or anything because they're all kind of similar. If you played one of them, you literally played all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, like I play Borderlands a lot just because that game is just so fucking good.
Yeah, I've got Borderlands. I think I got Borderlands 2 as well.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the first one, but I have the second one and the pre-sequel, and like I'm still
And the
waiting.
second one was way better.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I don't really get into games much. Like I'll play them a little bit here and there. I think the only real console game I really got into recently was Doom, but I was bored of it after like a few days. I played
Yeah,
a little bit of Rocket League recently because I thought that was kind of fun, but like I said, a few days I was over it. It's literally the same thing. It's just cars hitting the ball. After that, it's kind of
yeah.
like what else is there to do? But
That's how I was with Doom. I have it on the PS4, but like I played it for like maybe 3 days, and then I never picked it up again.
it wasn't worth the $60.
It really definitely was not. The thing, I mean, it feels like a fucking mobile game.
Yeah,
Just
it's an arcade game rebooted, so
it is like seriously, all it needed was to come with a fucking light gun.
right. I don't know. I really like Diablo 3, but I waited like 50 million years for that. I played Diablo 2 like my entire childhood, pretty much waiting for freaking Diablo 3 to come out.
I haven't actually touched Diablo yet. Is it any good?
I liked it, like especially for PC. I didn't really like it too much on like PS3, but I really enjoyed it because like I played Diablo 2 like most of my childhood. I can remember playing Diablo 2 on the PC. But it was like I was really excited because I was like Diablo Online, that's gonna be dope, and then it was just like a huge letdown. It was really bad. It's kind of like when like not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online came out. Everybody was really excited, and it was just awful.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, everybody was so excited. It's like we're gonna be able to go all over Tamriel. Yeah, and do the exact same thing for every mission.
Yeah, like everybody was like thinking we would kind of be like open world and be able to like fight each other and stuff, but no, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't what we wanted. Um, but I don't know. I did pre-order No Man's Sky, but I got my money back after they literally lied to us about the game.
Oh
So
my god, that fucking game. That dude is a fucking dick.
piece of shit. That's what it is. But I got my full refund from Steam. So
Like, damn straight, you're gonna make a game promise all these things. And
I
what's it? Oh yeah, you go to like the same planet reskin 40 times, and then go to the center of the galaxy and it just zooms out.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. It wasn't anything like they said it would be. Like I figured out like 5 minutes into the game it wasn't anything like it was supposed to be. So I literally got my refund the same day I bought it. I was like, this is fucking awful. It's the dumbest fucking game. It's literally just a survival game. Fuck that. Like I can go play Uncharted if I want this. And Uncharted is actually way better. So.
Oh yeah. Do you hear they're trying to make a movie out of it?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm sure it'd be dope. But like I feel like it would just be kind of like the new King Kong movie that's coming out.
Yeah, kind of. I kind of feel like it would just be Indiana Jones with a guy that doesn't wear a hat.
Yeah. I'm sure it'd be good though. It's a good story.
Same with Infamous. Actually, they're coming out with a. Well, they
Oh
said
really?
they've been working on a movie for that, but I haven't heard anything new about it. But I am kind of worried about it though.
I really liked Infamous because when PS3 first came out, Infamous was like that game. I think it was like one of the first real big games that came out for PS3. Besides like like all the Lego series games,
Mm.
but I don't know. Batman Legend. I can't remember which one we had, but like we had one of the Batman Lego ones when like PS3 just came out at this time. I can't remember. I was like sixth or seventh grade when that shit happened. But it was all right because I remember PS2 came out in like 2001. I think I was like eight, maybe. So that was a pretty good. Like I remember like all the stuff, but I've never really been a big gamer outside of a few select games here and there. I never been into it enough to buy consoles. I just don't really. It's like by the time you buy the Xbox One, they came out with the Xbox One Slim or whatever.
Uh huh.
So you bought the PS4, they came out with the PS Pro like a few months later. That's why I don't buy it because like every few months to a year, there's a whole new one, and you got to buy all the games again. Like I don't fuck with that shit, man. So
Uh,
PC Master Race, man, I can keep all my games forever, and I can don't really have to upgrade every year. So
true. Yeah,
maybe add some more RAM sometimes. That's about it.
yeah. But that PS Pro is just a ripoff, though. I mean, it has literally no difference, and the 4K possibility is excuse me. You have to have a 4K TV to even be able to like benefit from it. So like,
And when they say 4K, they actually mean 2K.
uh huh.
So it's not even. Everybody's like, oh, 4K. No, 4K just means 2K.
Yeah, congratulations. If you don't have a TV screen the size of a movie theater, you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really all that big. It's not. It's a little bit of more of a step up from 1080p.
Hell, I mean, it just came out for like consumers in Japan. They're already working on 8K.
Yeah, which will really mean 3K. That's the best part, but
And I mean, also the PS Pro like heats up way faster and way hotter than the regular PS3 because of all the high-powered graphics card that really makes no difference because people that buy it are fucking chumps.
well, yeah. That's why like if you're gonna buy a system, you need to wait a few months after it comes out because the first gens that are coming out are all gonna have problems. I mean, look at the Xbox 360, Red Ring of Death.
Oh fuck that! Fucking
So. I don't remember PS3 really having a problem when it came out, but I know Xbox 360 had like the original lifespan of an Xbox 360 was like 6 months if you were lucky. So
Mm-hmm. Because they fucking built the thing with a fucking the heating fan that was supposed to cool it down on the inside wasn't worth fucking paper. And they sent out an obviously flawed console on purpose to use the fucking the actual market as their beta testers.
That's pretty shitty, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the whole point of having beta testers in-house if you're just going to send them out to the consumer?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Just have everybody send them back and then look at, okay, so what went wrong? Okay, put out the next model and fix that. Oh, God. But, I think, the only problem I have with the infamous movie that they say they're working on, which I haven't heard anything about it in years, but the guy working on it is the same guy who, was involved with all the original Spider-Man movies and wouldn't allow them to cross it over with, the Avengers and everything because, they wanted him to be the main character and all.
Mm.
This guy, Obby Red, has no idea what the hell he's doing and thinks that everything he does is golden, but even the people that work with him, when the Sony email leak happened a couple years ago, everyone was saying, yeah, keep this guy away from anything we do because he's a fucking hack.
Yeah, I mean, the original the Spider-Man movies were okay. The original ones with Tobey Maguire, they were fine. But I'm not a superhero guy, and mainly for the fact that they remake the damn movies every other year. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of watching the same movie over and over with a different guy playing Superman. So
That's what I have to give Marvel props because they've stuck with a cast and kept it going for 3 generations of movies now.
well, they've actually kept making actual new parts to the movies. It's just not it's not the Amazing Spider-Man remade 10 times, and it's not Superman remade 10 different times. There's 3 or 4 different versions of Man of Steel. I'm kind of bored of it, man.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's that's the only problem people had with Superman Returns is that he tried to make a sequel to the movie to Superman 2, but the thing is that they didn't do anything different. So it's this might as well not even exist.
Yeah, the whole Batman versus Superman thing. We already know what happens. Batman wins every time. He loses the first fight, and then Batman goes and he makes a device, and then he wins. That's how it always happens, because that's how Batman works. He's not a crazy, super amazing, superhero. He's just really smart, and he reads the situation and he learns how to beat the people. He's always going to lose the first fight. It doesn't matter what happens, but that's just him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then he goes, he makes a device, and bam. He's like, oh, cool. I can't beat Superman, obviously. He's super, got super strength and flies and laser eyes and all this. But if I can get kryptonite and put it inside this, boom, I win. And there you go. That's the whole movie. And then at the very end, your mom's name is Diana? Diana! And your mom's Diana too? Brothers!
We're best friends now because our moms have the same name.
Right? So it's just like, Diana!
Just wait for the day that fucking the Joker yells out Martha for some reason and just watch him just collapse to the ground in a heap.
I think I might have fucked that up. Is the mom Diana, or is that Superwoman's name?
No, that's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, yeah, okay. I don't know what the mom's name is, but I know they have the same name.
Yeah, they're both Martha. Anyone, who the hell names their daughter Martha now? And these days, hey, fucking Diana.
That's the only part That's the only thing I love about the movie. Diana. That's the only highlight I got. But I'm not a superhero guy, so I couldn't tell you much about superheroes.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big superhero nerd. I've been into it ever since I was a little kid. My mom showed me the Tim Burton Batman movie, and I was hooked.
Yeah, I did voice Superboy once in a motion comic, but besides that,
that's pretty sick though.
I have one line, and I don't remember what it was. It was something like, "Oh boy, Captain," or some shit like that. But my friend is a huge comic guy. He has comic action figures everywhere. But he's a really, really good voice actor. His Joker voice sounds exactly like not the Heath Ledger, the original Joker. I can't think of his name, but he's really, 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 really good. But he can do pretty much any of them, Batman, all that stuff. But yeah, he's really good at it. That's the only anything I know about superheroes is because of him. So I said, I don't give a shit about Batman or any of that stuff. Not really big into it.
Yeah, that's what's up though, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody can like whatever they want, I'm not gonna knock people if they like it. But me personally, I'm just it doesn't do nothing for me.
For me, I'm just kind of I see comic books and everything like that, just like modern mythology, the same way that like the Greeks had like Zeus and all that. It's kind of the same thing for us, except we know that it's not real.
Yeah, I really only like the Iron Man movies because Robert Downey Jr. is a beast. So
I love the fact that like he doesn't even have to act to play that character. Like that was
that's
his
just
life.
him. That's just him, man. That's just him chilling. I love it. And Iron Man just had such a good story, and they didn't ruin him when they integrated him into like Civil War and all that. Like he's because Robert Downey Jr. is just that good of an actor.
Hmm.
Because like a lot of times they kind of ruin it because they have some new actor come in or he just like I don't know. I don't feel like they integrate superheroes together well most of the time. I feel like they kind of because like too many superheroes are hard because like it's kind of like wrestling. You're gonna have to somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, and but it's hard to do that because like most of the superheroes are really good in their own way.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like it's really hard to play to the interest of each hero because they all have their own set of skills, and when you put them like in a group of five, and all their skills really don't match well together in reality, because like you think about it, like I think it's Thor, Spider-Man, uh, Iron Man, a bunch of others. Like a lot of them kind of have the same power. It doesn't make sense because Thor's super strong and he has that hammer, and then you have
Hmm.
fucking Superman and you get all these other fucking people. Like I'm probably mixing DC and Marvel, but I don't really know the difference. But like I said, like it's kind of hard to mix them because it's like or make a solid team out of at least popular heroes. Because obviously, if you're gonna go to the Avengers, you got to put all the fucking popular ones in there. You're not gonna see like somebody like Poison Ivy there or something.
Hmm.
So it's like you're not gonna see like Wonder Boy or Superboy or Robin in that shit. So you gotta put somebody big. Like I said, I'm probably butchering it with Marvel and DC characters, but I couldn't. I don't know the difference, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
cool,
like
man.
I thought like TMNT was like Marvel, but apparently like they're their own thing. Like they're not a part of any of them. They're just their own thing, I guess.
They try and say that like it takes place in the same universe though, because like the guy who invented the characters like was inspired by Daredevil, and like in one of the stories, like I don't know if you've seen like the Ben Affleck movie or the Netflix series or anything, but like when the ooze or whatever falls into the
Nah.
sewer and all, it kind of hits this little kid too, and they're trying to say, oh yeah, that was Matt Murdock, and that's the stuff that made him into Daredevil and all.
I did watch I think it was the Daredevil stuff on Netflix. I watched it with one of my friends, and it was all right. I watched a little bit of the Flash. I don't know
Hmm.
if it was the CW Flash. I know it was on Netflix though, but it was all right. Like I said, it was okay. It didn't really keep my interest all that much. I was only really watching it because my friends were watching it, and I had no real choice. But it was all right. The Daredevil was a little bit better than the movie Daredevil that I saw like way back in like 2005 or whenever that shit came out. That movie was fucking awful.
Yeah, that was the one with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, like, but I heard he did a really good Batman, but like,
Oh
um,
yeah, he was like he fucked it up in that movie, like in a good
Daredevil was
way.
awful, man. But like, Daredevil doesn't really make all that much sense. It's a blind dude beating the shit out of people. but, but I like the power. It's kind of cool. Like he has like that like super vibrations or super sensitive, something like that. Like it's kind of cool. I mean, he's nothing special, and that's what I like about him. Like it's kind of realistic. He's more of a vigilante than
Hmm.
some crazy super guy who can fly and do all this crazy shit. But he's blind, so it kind of makes it kind of cool.
I love how it's like the blind guy is the guy who's playing Batman now. So
Oh, is he?
yeah, Ben Affleck is Batman. So I mean, like
Oh,
Daredevil's blind. So I mean, blind as a bat.
oh, okay. I really, like I said, I don't know the jokes, man. I don't know the references.
Now, like there
I
was
don't.
actually somebody who was saying that Daredevil's the one that deserves to be called Batman more than anybody because he's blind.
Yeah.
But like you were saying about the whole like everybody having the same powers, that's kind of a joke that the directors of the Captain America Civil War movie made towards DC. They were saying, yeah, well, Aquaman is Superman under the water, and Superman is Superman, and everybody else flies around and is able to do the same stuff. They're all the same person. At least Marvel has variety. And I was just like, oh shit, shots fired, shots fired. Holy shit, you got to burn on that bitch. Get the fucking get the water, motherfucker. It's going down. That bitch is burnt.
Yeah, man. I need some icy hot. It's fucking. It's funny, man. I need some Asper cream, man.
Ask for cream for that butt hurt. Oh, but the fuck was I talking about?
Need some sunblock, man.
So I was, speaking of which, are you a Shyamalan fan at all?
M. Night Shyamalan, I like some of his movies. I'm a big fan of, actually two of his movies are in my top five of the favorites of all time, which is one is, as most people know, is The Sixth Sense,
Hmm.
and the other is The Happening.
Oh God, yeah.
So I really enjoy those movies, just mainly for the concept of the movies. I'm pretty sure M. Night Shyamalan did Happening, right? No, not The
Yeah, yeah,
Happening. He did Sixth Sense.
yeah. He did both of them.
Okay, I was making sure I didn't want to like get jumped on by by in the comments, but
Wasn't that the
yeah,
wasn't that the one where the trees were trying to kill everyone?
yeah, that was The Happening. I really loved it because, like I said, I'm a big spiritualist. Everybody's always called me tree hugger my whole life, so I loved it, dude. It was really cool because it's like, dude, that's more scary than some murderer. Like you're dying because you're breathing air. Because air is what keeps you alive, but when you breathe it, you die. That's scarier than anything, man. And you don't know how to stop it, so that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet, but I might have to pick it up and everything because I'm starting to get into him more. Like I've seen The Sixth Sense. I love The Sixth Sense. My parents loved it, and like
Yeah, they're both older, but they're both really good.
yeah, my favorite movie by him is definitely Unbreakable though.
I don't think I've ever seen much of those movies. I know for the most part, he's a huge joke in the horror community because he's awful. But those two movies I know are really good. I just like the plots of them. Obviously, Sixth Sense is a classic. I see dead people. But like, it's just like the end of the movie. I had to watch it like three or four times because when I first started watching it, I think I was in like middle school. So like, I didn't really understand the ending at first because it's such a mind fuck. You're like, wait, what? The dude's a ghost the whole time?
Hmm.
So you're just like, what the hell? But it's a good movie. It's got some jump scares. Like I said, I wouldn't say they're horror movies or anything, but I just call them thrillers or suspense movies.
Yeah, it's a psychological thriller more than a horror movie.
It's good. Like, so I like horror movies, but like, I'd rather see something that's gonna make me think over something that's gonna scare me because a bunch of blood's around.
Yeah, I mean that shit doesn't even scare me anymore. Like I honestly, like the way that I've been so interested in like horror and stuff like that growing up and everything, my nightmares now compared to when I was younger are like totally different. Nowadays I'm scared by like fucking dreams about real life when like back in the day it would have been something freaky like The Exorcist or something, and now I'm just like if I have a dream about that I'm gonna enjoy it just because like I know this shit.
Yeah, I've never really had nightmares. The only time I've really had nightmares are just, things that give me anxiety in like real life. You know what I mean? It's like taxes, and stuff like that. Or it's like when I was working at my old job, it was like, like I'd have a dream about like customer service or something. Oh no. I was like, what? I had literally had a dream once that I had to work a register, and I was just like, this is the worst dream ever.
Dude,
I was
I,
just
I
like
fucking feel
counting
you.
change and shit. It's like, oh no.
Dude, I fucking feel you. I have some fucking stories about where I used to work. Fuck, man. But speaking of which, actually, now that we're talking about that, you know what I'm gonna ask.
Oh yeah. The question of the hour here.
Yep. So you said you used to work at Walmart, right?
5 years of service, my friend.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I am so sorry for your terrible like misfortune. But
Could have been worse, I guess. I
hey,
could have had no job for 5 years. So.
yeah, it's true.
But it was. I've got some stories for you, man.
All right, if you had to name like the top like three things that happened to you in where you work, and we can kind of go back and forth for sake of the program because I got a few of them too. What would you say the top three things would be that have fucked up things you had to, or worst things you had to deal with working at Walmart?
Well, I guess before I get to my top three, I'll do some honorable mentions. I almost died every other day when I was working in the back room. I've had pallets that are about 9 to 10, sometimes almost 10 foot tall, just nothing but Coke. I mean, I'm talking about like the cans
Oh
fall on top of me.
shit!
These things are like 600, 700 pounds falling on me. Had a pallet jack. Like like I had one of these truck drivers. He would try to help us sometimes. He was trying to push it, but we were at the back bay in this one. It was just there was like a 4 foot gap between this and a wall, and he pushed me and crushed me between the pallet jack with a big ass pallet and a wall. Almost broke all of my ribs.
Oh my
Um,
god!
I was one time for some people in DC cannot like stack these pallets to save their lives. I was taking one off a truck and the whole thing fell over. And like I said, I weigh about 110 pounds on a good day. So this like it fell backwards, but it went the other way, opposite, not towards me, the other way, and the whole pallet jack lifted up and it lifted me up, and I probably went about 5-10 feet up in the air.
Oh shit.
But yeah, those were like the dangerous things. But when I became a overnight support manager, the scariest thing I ever saw was one of the overnight CSM. She works. It's basically customer service manager. They're the only ones that are really at the register overnight. There's just one person up there usually. And we didn't. This was a small Walmart I was working at the time. I worked at 3 or 4 different Walmarts over my 5 years, and this one was up in North Carolina. And she calls me up. She's like, I think we have a problem. I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. And like I walk up, there's this lady trying to buy a Snickers bar, but she just smells really bad. And we're like, okay. And then like we noticed at first it looked like there was like a bunch of like melted Twix bar or something on her fingers. And I was just like, oh,
Oh.
I don't know if she was like getting into candy. But then I noticed like she had like this like biggest like sharp mark ever I've seen.
Oh
And
no.
I was like, oh shit, what the hell? And then I had maintenance hit me up on the radio. It was like, yo, come to the front bathroom. And like it's like the little personal bathroom, like the family bathroom, where you can like change your baby and stuff like that. And so I walk in there and there's shit on like okay, the toilet is perfectly clean, really nice, pristine. There's shit everywhere but the toilet. There was on the windows, the wall, not the windows, the mirrors, the wall, the sink, the roof. It's like this lady literally had to take her poop and throw it everywhere.
What the
And
fuck?
yeah, that was this terrible thing, and that's like my most recent story too, because I was like I quit a few weeks after that, but I
Oh.
was just like, oh man, what the fuck? Like it was awful. I've actually had that a few times though, where I've walked into bathrooms, there's shit on the walls, the floors, the roof, and I'm just like, how the fuck? Like I'm like, you people have to take your shit out of the toilet and throw it places. Like what the hell? And then like she was like eating her Snickers and like licking her fingers and stuff with shit all over it. Like
Oh.
I thought it was like a Twix bar or something, but no, it was shit on her hands. And I was like, oh man, this is like 3 a.m. too. I'm like, why are these people here, man?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, like some crazy shit. That's just like probably one of the more milder stories. The second one I would say is probably a little worse. It was overnight again. We're all sitting out, smoking on our break. We all know what I'm smoking. Everybody else is on their cigarettes though, but I'm out there. We're all enjoying ourselves, talking, and like this lady's like, there's like, I guess this lady had been like living in her car for a few days in our parking lot, and we've kind of been like watching, and it's kind of getting weird because I guess she was some kind of mental problem or something that she eventually got taken away, and like. But she like randomly comes up and stares at us from like across the parking lot for a minute, or for like a while, probably like 10 minutes, and then she comes up to us like, no wonder nothing gets done. All you guys are down here. We're like, oh, we're on break, and then she like starts yelling and like making these really weird like demonic noises, and she runs inside, and all you hear like on the radio is, get inside. Pretty much, it was like, I was just like, what's up? She's like, this lady's literally like possessed. She's like she apparently she ran inside. She grabbed a box. She like ran to the pet aisle, grabbed like a thing of cat litter and was like poured it on the ground and was like rolling in it and was like a fucking animal and was like screaming. I mean like it's hard to explain the scream. Like I'm pretty sure I had nightmares over it. Like imagine like we were talking about The Exorcist. Imagine like the yells and screams of that. Like this is what this lady was doing. And then she like got up. She she was running all the way out to run out back to go to her car, but she was pissing herself the whole time. So there's a lot of piss all on the ground, and I'm sure she probably shit herself too. But that,
Oh god.
yeah, we had to call some cops on that, and then they finally took her and brought her into some mental home or something. Um,
What the fucking shit?
it gets even worse, man. It gets even worse.
Good god.
This next story is I was working at a Walmart where I live now currently. This was the first Walmart I've worked at, or second Walmart I worked at, my bad, right outside the swamps here. I was working in the pharmacy at the time, and some old guy comes up. I'm pretty sure I've seen him before. Like pretty much everybody knows me. It's a bunch of old people that lives here, especially when you work at the pharmacy. They live there, so um, some old guy's coming up. He's all nice. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And like he's handing me like this. cupcake or something. He's like, you're always really nice to me, and I just wanted to get you something. I wasn't gonna eat it because I don't eat that kind of stuff really. I'm not a big sweets guy,
Mhm.
but I was like, oh, thank you, and like, and this guy's like throwing a bunch of like Bible verses at me, and he's like, oh, you know, God loves you even if you have long hair. Because at the time I had like long hair and stuff.
Uh,
And he's like, oh, God still loves you and all that, blah blah blah. And then he leaves, but like I noticed like he's sitting on the bench from kind of across the way, just staring at me for like about 30, 40 minutes, and then like he comes back and he's like, oh, you gonna eat that cupcake? And I was just like, oh, sure, but like so I was gonna take a bite to be nice, but like I kind of grabbed it by the bottom and a little tighter than I probably should have, and I kind of crushed a little bit, but there was a fucking razor blade inside of it, man.
what
And
the
I was and
fuck?
yeah, dude, I was like, that's not cool, man. That's not funny. So we had security take him out and stuff, but I had to give like the cops the razor blade and all that. But apparently he was like going around to like Walgreens and all this trying to get people to eat these razor blades and stuff. So that's probably like the worst story. Not like it's not really compared to the other ones, you know, like how crazy it was, but like danger wise, I think that one was probably the closest I've ever came to actually being hurt while working at Walmart. Besides, you know, obviously getting crushed by fucking pallets and stuff, but
Dude,
by
what?
another person.
What the fuck even? Oh
Yeah,
my
customer
god.
service is insane, man. Especially working at the pharmacy. I got yelled at like daily there. That's why the only reason I quit there, I worked at the pharmacy for like 8 months, I think. And that's when I went to the back and eventually became a manager and stuff like that. Because I just couldn't take it, man. I was tired of being yelled at every goddamn day. Like I was about to snap. Was my thing. Like I'm like CC&C, man. Calm, cool, collected. I really don't have any care. A lot of people always said I'm too zen, too calm, don't have too much worries. But like after like 8 months of being yelled in the face all the time about, oh, you tell that damn Obama, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, let me call him up. Like, I don't make the prices, guys. If your insurance doesn't cover it, well, oh well. I'm just a dude that gives you the medicine. So, like that. It's just like it. After a while, I was just like, I had to get the fuck out of there. But I saw a lot of crazy stuff working there, man.
Damn. Oh, holy fuck.
Yeah, man. Those are just a few things. Like I know like some narrators like they have like super popular videos about, you know, Walmart horror stories. Nah, dude, I could tell you some real ones. From being there for 5 years, the stories I hear in those videos ain't shit, man. Oh, we saw a weird guy walking around stalking people, and that ain't shit, dude.
Dude, it's
There's
fucking
people trying
Walmart.
to
That's
murder.
every day.
Yeah, dude, there's people trying to murder people and stuff going on in Walmart, trying to, you know, I've been on the blunt end of that, so
God.
try to get me to swallow freaking, you know, or bite into freaking razor blades. So
Dude, what in the entire fuck? Just,
yeah, man, it was crazy.
dude, fucking razor blade cupcake. What the? God
Yeah, and
damn.
it was like the small ones, you know, like I mean, like if you go to Walmart, you know, you get like those like 12 packs where there's those small little cupcakes.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was tiny, and like this was like I don't know how he fit this big ass razor blade because it was like you know like the X-Acto knife ones that you get for like your box cutters.
Oh my.
So I was like, how the fuck did he fit this in there? I was like, I barely squeezed it, and I felt something sharp, and I pulled it out. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, he was just laughing and smiling about it when he got arrested and taken away and stuff, and I was like, what the hell, man?
Dude, that guy sounds more possessed than the other chick.
Right? I was like, that's some sadistic shit, man.
Oh fuck. Well, I mean, I don't have any like really terror like fucking horror stories from my job. But god dang, fuck, dude, you
Yeah,
could
hopefully,
seriously make an entire like series just off that alone. Do you know how many hits that would get?
I'm sure, man. Like, um, Walmart's such a horrible place to work. Like, not like for the employer. The employer is actually not that bad. Like, my entire tenure with Walmart wasn't bad. They paid me well, and my job wasn't that bad. There was some, of course, you're gonna run into asshole managers because like, oh, I'm a 50-year-old and I'm a manager at Walmart. Yeah, you did great with your life, man. But there,
Walmart doesn't touch my shaft anymore, and I'm starting to stare at chicks that think that I'm their grandfather. But I love my life. Yeah, sure.
yeah, you're gonna have those no matter where you work, really. You know, you're gonna have asshole coworkers. But like as a company itself, it was fine. Like I said, like I didn't have any real problems with it. But like it was more of it's more the customers that make it a nightmare to work. And I think anybody who works at Walmart can feel with me on that. Like we're so underappreciated in the scheme of life because everybody's like, oh, you work at Walmart, that's an easy job. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come to my job when I was training them in the back room. Oh, this is the easiest job ever. And when lunchtime comes around, they don't come back.
Uh huh.
It's not that easy, is it, my friend? Whereas, like, the moment they figure out that you actually have to work for your money, they don't want to come. The same thing is, like, it doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's, Walmart, whatever. If you're, like, bottom tier jobs, they call them. Walmart's not really a bottom tier job. They start you off at $10 an hour.
Seriously.
So, Like that's not like most minimum wages are like between 7 and 8. So and minimum at Walmart's at $10 an hour. And especially if you go to overnights, your starting is 11. So
Holy shit.
and every year if you every I believe every February you get a raise as long as you've done your job fine. You get about a 25 to 50 cent raise.
Holy
So
fuck,
and
that's
then
not
once you're
bad at
there
all.
for a few years, yeah, exactly. Once you're there for a year, you get all these crazy benefits. Like I said, I had they paid for my GED, they paid for my advanced schooling after that, they paid for a lot of stuff. Like I said, they get health care, paid time off. I said it was all right. Like I said, it's not like an awful job. It's got a lot worse of a rep because people just don't want to have to work. But because like that's really the main problem. People find out they actually have to work for the money. Like, oh fuck that. It's like it's all good though. But yeah, dude, Walmart's awful. People suck. Um, Almost died a few times.
God damn.
Wow, people are crazy, dude. People just do some weird shit, man. Like, I tell you, like how many times, how many teenagers hang out at Walmart on Fridays just to stand in your way when you're trying to do stuff?
Oh my god.
Like, it's so dumb, dude. I'm like, do you not have a better thing to do with your life? But apparently not.
But so outside of the narrations and everything, I kind of noticed that like the creepypasta community kind of started to gain some traction for about a year there, and then it just tapered off and was replaced by the true scary story with quotation marks there.
Yeah,
But
allegedly true.
yeah,
Allegedly,
yeah,
allegedly.
uh-huh. Most of the stuff is just I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but I mean it's
There's
interesting to
more
think
that
about.
are some are more believable than others. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, but I mean I gotta admit though it's really pretty interesting, and I'm gonna start doing not really like legit creepypasta narrations as much as like my own work that I'm putting up, because I mean reading is not my thing. Like I'm a writer, you know, I get bored reading very easily, so I'd rather just write it rather than read somebody else's work. So
For sure. I'm
like
not a writer at all, so like I've always been really good at writing, but like I don't have creativity enough to like actually put that skill to use. Like I was usually really good with like those like writing prompts you had to do in school and stuff, but like when it came to like actually having to make my own stuff about it, like I have a collab I'm doing with Killer Orange Cat where like I have to write like it's do like where narrators like write out their own deaths, kind of like a haha kind of thing. And just kind of it's because it's interesting and original. You don't see people writing up their own deaths and stuff like that. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh man, I got good ideas, but I'm like, how do I write it? How am I gonna implement this? So I'm probably just gonna cheat and have like Raina wrote this do it. Because that's how I usually get away with those things. I'm like, hey Rainer, help me out, man.
we kind of had an assignment like that in my I forgot what class it was. It was up here like last semester or something like that. But we basically had to write our own obituary, how we thought we would die and everything, and actually come up with names of our relatives in the future and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a 75-year-old man that died fighting the Martians when they invaded the Earth. So yeah.
For sure, for sure.
But fuck. Have you noticed there's actually like a lot of like quote true scary stories coming out now that are actually like revolving around fairies now?
Yeah, I mean, there's when you get into more of the cryptid and mythological side of true scary stories, and I guess kind of where like I really built my channel from is because me personally, I'm the guy people come to when they want to hear things they don't hear on Corpse Husband or
Mm-hmm.
Bee Busta or Mr. Nightmare. I'm the guy you come to when you want to hear something that's fresh, new, and different. So when I branch out and do things that are different from my channel, it's just doing what everybody else is doing. So I've reached out more to Reddit and stuff, uh, but with the fairies and all that stuff, like that's just that's more speculative because cryptids are things that aren't proven to exist, but at the same time they're not proven not to exist. So they're plausible, but they
Uh,
also could not be plausible. I mean, there's things that like Bigfoot, like that could be a thing, but at the same time, is it? That's kind of what the cryptids are. It's like, but like you gotta remember, like giraffes were one point cryptids. Giraffes used to be mythological.
Yeah, the
stuff like
same with
that.
gorillas and everything. It wasn't until like the last century that people actually acknowledged that silverback gorillas were an actual thing.
Yeah, gorillas, platypuses, all the stuff. Like those were all cryptids at one point. And like I said, so like it's very plausible. It's like it's not like it's completely out of the picture. Like the chupacabra, that was a cryptid forever, and now the chupacabra is a real animal.
Hmm.
So they're, from my understanding, they're more of just mangy coyotes
Yeah,
that have deformed hands.
I'm still kind of on the fence about that one because when I first learned about the chupacabra and everything, the way people were talking about it, it sounded like a fucking velociraptor. So I'm
Yeah,
just
people
like,
were describing it, they were demonizing it. That's the thing. When people don't understand things or they're scared of things, they demonize it. You see that a lot in cryptids, because like, especially with like Bigfoot and Dogman and stuff, people are like, oh, they're the Nephilim, which basically means they're the devil.
uh-huh.
That's what people say when they don't understand something. Fear, when people don't understand something, they fear it. And that's the problem. Like, I don't think they're necessarily evil, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, well, my book says this. Well, screw your book. You're going to live your life by a book, or you're going to live your life by actually going out there and getting the answers yourself. So that's pretty much what I do. I share people's encounters with all kinds of beasts and creatures and people, because I think people are the most scary thing on Earth, because humans are the only race on this whole Earth, or only species on this whole Earth that are actually just by nature sadistically evil. We're
Yeah,
the only creatures that go out and destroy stuff and kill things just because, we can. You don't see deer running into your house and destroying your house for no reason, but yet we do that. And we're creatures that decide, if we see that another species is prospering, what we'll do, we'll stomp it all out and make them go extinct just because we can. So that's we're a very evil species. I don't really like the humans all that much, but um, I am one, so I can't really say much on it. But like I said, I'm much more of a spiritualist, very much connected with nature. But the fairies thing, I don't know. I think that's more myth, urban legend stuff. I don't really think those are really true, but there are some weird little they have found some legit skeletons that are, only about 4 or 5 inches long that are human skeletons. So very interesting.
hmm I actually had like a kind of a I was just thinking like just bullshit and just popping out ideas, just thinking about stuff the other day, and I kind of thought of something like, how do you believe in ghosts at all?
Yeah.
I kind of had a theory about Bigfoot too, how like no one can ever find any like physical evidence really, and if they do, it's only like some hair or like a footprint. Nobody's had a body unless you agree with the fact that like the government would find out and just take the shit before anyone would able to publish it.
Well, here's a cool fun fact for you. There is a law in the United States that if a Bigfoot body is found, it is a law that the Bigfoot is on the endangered species list. One, first of all, the government acknowledges Bigfoot as an animal and a real creature. Two, if you find a body or if a body is ever found, it is immediately seized, and you'll never hear about it on the news. Trust me, if there's a real body, it's not going to be there, and you'll never know it was ever there. Because they have many. And Teddy Roosevelt, if here's another great fun fact for you all, in his book, he talks about his own Bigfoot encounter, where
Oh,
he
I,
ran into the Bigfoot while hunting. Well, the story goes it was his friend who saw a Bigfoot, but most people think he's just saying. Most people think it was really him because he knew way too much about it, way too much detail. And this friend, quote unquote, died. So how did he know all this stuff if this friend, quote unquote, died? So, how
hmm
did he know everything about it? So I think he was there and somebody got killed while they were hunting. But also he started the national, forestry thing. So there wouldn't be any national parks if it wasn't for him. And why are there all these national parks though? Why are all these woods closed off? It's questions like that that you have to ask. It's like why is there a law saying that Bigfoot is endangered, and why are all of these laws about Bigfoot bodies being snatched up immediately? Because you're not going to see that kind of stuff. They don't want to let you know, and like I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I could care less why they don't want us to know. The thing more in my idea is if they were evil and they wanted to kill people, there'd be a lot less of us and a lot more of them.
exactly.
They mind their own business. They do what they do. You might see some every once in a while, but most of the time if you've ever played in the woods, you probably have walked right by one and didn't even know it was there.
hmm
So they're the masters of stealth. Like I said, people are like, oh well, we have all this technology, but yeah, but we don't live in the woods. We don't live in nature 24/7. Most of the time, you're walking on top of snakes and you're walking through leaves, and you have no idea they're there. They
See,
don't bite. They don't do nothing. They just they're the masters of their elements. Same thing with the water. We don't know what the hell is in 95%. We know more about the space than we know about our oceans.
Yeah, exactly.
95% of the ocean's unexplored. So that's the thing. And it's like it's very, very plausible, especially Canada, Alaska, stuff like that. That's where, the best place for these things is. Most of Canada, most of Russia, and damn near all of Alaska is unexplored and is all nothing but forest. Untouched forest. So
Yeah, if anything wanted to hide, I mean, you got prime real estate.
that's exactly it.
And
That's the thing about it.
the thing is that when people say that kind of shit, I always point them towards Predator. I mean, yeah, it was a fictional movie about an alien hunting people, but the fact is that it's a metaphor for the same shit. Because like this thing had all this technology, could kill anything it wanted to. It was stopped by fucking mud over top of your body to hide it.
Exactly. It's very there's a lot of easy answers. You just have to be open-minded. Like I said, there's never going to be definitive answers until disclosure comes. Will there ever be disclosure? Who knows? A lot of people think that if there is going to be disclosure, Donald Trump's the guy to bring it because he just doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I could see that. I could see Donald Trump being the one disclosing it. He's already accidentally let out a lot of UFO stuff. So,
Have you actually heard of what was it? I think it's called Vault 7 that came out the other day.
yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't looked into it. Like I said, I don't really care about conspiracy theories.
Like the fucking Samsung TVs have been watching people all this time and everything, and it's been shown that they're able to record everything that you're doing and all, and listen to everything you say and all. And I'm just like, well, yeah, but I mean, if they want to watch some fucking 23-year-old dude just sitting there and like eating Cheetos and watching cartoons, that just says something about you.
Yeah, if you're gonna record me jerking off or something, whatever, man.
Yeah, man, that's your prerogative, dude. If that's your fetish, at least I'm giving you entertainment. But
But but yeah, I actually have to go here. Can we like finish this maybe tomorrow?
oh yeah, most definitely, we'll have it a part 2 then.
Okay, for sure. Cause yeah, I've got a few things I gotta do. I had another obligation, so cause I have a stream I promised somebody I would join. So but yeah, I would love to finish this tomorrow or whenever you're free again.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. I'm free all day. Just let me know whenever you want to do it, and I'm around.
For sure, man. Yeah, anytime tomorrow. I should be free. Like I said, I have nothing to do tomorrow. So anytime tomorrow, I'm more than willing to jump on and, finish this up and talk about more crazy, fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because we got a lot of cryptid shit to discuss.
Oh yeah, dude, I can go on for hours.
Well, then it looks like we got part 2 already set up. Tune in next week, everybody, to see part 2 of our encounter with Swamp Dweller.
Oh yeah, it's an experience dealing with me.
All right, well, I will see you next time, my dude.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, dude. Thank you.